hear someone say something you agree with and you are so moved, you can always just come on camera and say, me too, or I agree with him or her. Just to get everybody to bed a little earlier. So that's just a thought. Delegate Wu, you are up.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
MC-625.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening. And I know it's really late. Thank you very much for staying late on this last bill tonight. And for the record, I'm Delegate Tao from District 9A. I'm asking for favorable report on Bill MC-625 about school calendar. The same bill was proposed for Howard County public school system as well. I really want to express my sincere thanks to those who stay late, especially some of them are students who have been waiting patiently to speak. So the bill was co-sponsored by Delegate Miracle North, Delegate Chi, Delegate Spiegel, Delegate Vogel, Delegate Williams, and Delegate Wallach. I also appreciate the County Executive Elrich support for this bill. The bill would require Montgomery County Public School to close those schools, buildings, and offices to observe the first day of important cultural and religious holidays. The first day of Diwali, Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr, Lunar New Year, Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur, where these holidays fall on school days. Right now, MCPS made a decision to close schools on these holidays every year. So this bill is just to codify such a practice. The bill represents a significant step toward recognizing and honoring the diversity of Montgomery County. Our public school system serves the students and families from a wide variety of backgrounds, many of whom celebrate holidays within this legislation. Furthermore, this bill tries to ensure holiday observance will only apply when designed holidays fall on school days, Monday through Friday. So by adopting this legislation, we can foster a more inclusive and equitable environment that celebrates the rich tradition of our community. I really respectfully urge the committee to give this bill a favorable report and move forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'd like to call Stephanie Galinsky from as our next witness. You have 3 minutes.
Good evening. My name is Stephanie Galinsky, and I'm a teacher at Sherwood High School in MCPS and a proud MCEA member, where I serve as the chair of the Political Action and Legislative Support Committee. Thank you for the opportunity to testify in support of MC-625. This bill that is regarding schools closing on certain holidays. As a teacher, I've seen firsthand the value of fostering an inclusive environment for our diverse student body. Montgomery County is one of the most culturally rich areas in Maryland, and our school policies should reflect and honor this diversity. By recognizing these holidays, we send a powerful message to our students and their families that we value and respect all cultural and religious practices. This bill would not only provide students and staff the opportunity to observe important traditions without the burden of missing school or work, but it will also foster a greater understanding and respect among peers. When we align our school calendar with the cultural and religious needs of our community, we are teaching a lesson in equity and inclusion that goes beyond the classroom walls. This change is especially important for students who often feel isolated or overlooked because their holidays are not acknowledged. For many families, having to choose between academic commitments and religious observances creates unnecessary stress and inequity. By passing MC-625, we can remove this barrier and affirm that all traditions are valued in Montgomery County. I urge you to support this legislation to ensure our schools reflect the principles of diversity and inclusion that make our county great. Thank you for your time and for your commitment to our students, families, and educators.
Thank you. Sorry. Kabir Bular.
Good evening. My name is Kabir. I am a 6th grade student at Kingsview Middle School. Thank you for giving me the chance to speak today. I am here to support this bill because the day of Diwali is really important to me and my family and friends. On Diwali, which I, as a Sikh, celebrate as Bandi Chhod Divas, My family lights candles, prays, and spends time together. It's a day of happiness and meaning for us. So we want a day off of school to celebrate with our families and friends, and also not feeling bad for missing school day. I also think it's fair that students and teachers from all cultures should get to celebrate their special holidays without worrying about school or work. Right now, some holidays are professional days, but that's not enough. Teachers and staff deserve the same respect for their traditions as students do. By making these holidays official days off for schools, you're showing that everyone's culture matters. It also teaches all of us to respect and value each other's traditions. Thank you for listening, and I hope you will support this bill. It will make a big difference for students like me and for our entire community.
Thank you very much. Great job. And next we have Aneri Sangari.
Good evening. My name is Suneri Singhani, and I'm a current senior at Northwest High School. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak today. I'm here to speak in support of Bill MC-625 that would require Montgomery County Public Schools to close on Diwali and 5 other holidays, as opposed to leaving the closure up to the discretion of the Board of Education members. Diwali is a sacred and meaningful holiday for me and my family, and I believe it's essential that we are able to celebrate it without having to choose between our culture and our education. Growing up, I've heard my mom share stories about Diwali celebrations in India. Street lit up with lamps, neighbors exchanging plates of delicious food, new clothes, religious events, and overall a sense of joy and community. Living in the United States, we don't experience Diwali in the same way, and it can sometimes feel like we're missing out. In fact, I think celebrating Diwali here in the United States is even more important to me because it is one of the times that we can truly connect with our culture and heritage. While we may not have the same immersion in the holidays as we would in India, we find so much joy in our cultural traditions and in the time we spend together as a family. On years when Diwali doesn't fall on a professional day, we take the day off school to celebrate. We go to the temple, help my mom make traditional Indian dishes, and spend hours creating colorful sand drawings called rangoli. Despite the joy of these activities, I often find myself worrying about missing class projects or group activities. It's a tough choice: participate in a cherished family tradition or stay in school to keep up with academics. No student or staff member should have to make that choice. Diwali and other cultural and religious holidays are crucial for the emotional and spiritual well-being of students like me. We should not have to feel torn between honoring our heritage and fulfilling academic responsibilities. I want to celebrate Diwali every year, fully and without worry, and therefore I strongly encourage you to support this bill. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good for you. Ethan Huang. He's not here. Vikram Gidwani.
Hi, thank you very much. My name is Vikram Gidwani. I'm a freshman at Thomas Woolen High School, and I just want to start off by saying that Bandi Chor Divas and Diwali, or the Day of Liberation, commemorates a momentous event in Sikh history and offers profound lessons in justice, leadership, and compassion. Both Bandi Chor Divas and Diwali fall on the same day. The Guru's insistence on securing freedom not just for himself but for others highlights principles of equity and selflessness, values that resonate universally and align with the core ideals of the United States, being liberty and human rights. Celebrating Bandi Chor Divas as a school holiday would greatly represent the diversity of Montgomery County's multicultural society. Recognizing this holiday would also promote cultural awareness and inclusivity. This is a day of joy, gratitude, and reflection on our core values that align with the principles of equality and justice. It will also allow Sikh students and many more like me to celebrate this significant day with our families and participate in the traditions and prayers that come with it. In most school districts, students from minority communities have to make the decision whether to stay home to celebrate their holiday and thereby miss instruction, or to go to school and thereby miss celebrating their holiday. When a student misses school, we know the consequences to their grades and learning. But what about when they miss celebrating their holidays? As a Sikh student, I miss celebrating this holiday and miss out on participating in my culture and celebrate it with the people in my community in my temple called a Gurdwara. Days like this are when kids can really learn about their cultures, traditions, and their religion. Kids and families should not have to choose between going to school and exercising their freedom of religion. Thank you, Madam Chair, and I hope everyone here supports this bill.
Thank you very much. Next, we have AJ Rajendran. Not here.
No, I'm here.
Oh, hello. Hi. Sorry.
Hello. Thank you so much for letting me speak today. My name is Ajay Rajendran. I'm a high school sophomore at Clarksburg High School. I'm here tonight to speak on behalf of many in our community and to ask for your support in MC Bill 625 and recognizing Diwali as an official holiday. Montgomery County is known for being diverse and inclusive. We are all proud of this because it allows people from all backgrounds to feel welcome and appreciated. Diwali, also called the Festival of Lights, is one of the most important celebrations for millions of people around the world, and including many families in our county. It represents light overcoming darkness, knowledge defeating ignorance, and good triumphing over evil, values that everyone can relate to. Diwali is more than just a cultural event for those who celebrate. It's a day of reflection, prayer, and family. But right now, students like me and others in our community must choose between attending school or fully celebrating this meaningful day with loved ones. It doesn't feel fair to have to make that choice. Recognizing Diwali as a holiday would show that Montgomery County values all of its residents and traditions equally. We've already seen places like New York City take the step by adding Diwali to their school calendars. If they can do it, I believe we can too. Montgomery County has always been a leader when it comes to diversity and inclusion. This is another way we can show that commitment. I would also like to bring to your attention that Montgomery County is actually the most religiously diverse county in the nation. Our county should lead the way for other counties across the nation by declaring Diwali as an official holiday across our county. We should be able to be role models for different counties and states across the nation. As a high school student, I've learned that our community is strongest when everyone feels respected and included. Recognizing Diwali as a holiday would be a step towards making sure everyone's culture and traditions are seen as equally important. Thank you for listening to me tonight, and I hope you'll seriously consider this request. Together, we can ensure that Montgomery County continues to be a place where all traditions are respected and celebrated. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Simran Kishore.
Good evening. I'm here to support this bill. My name is Simran Kishore, and I was a student for 13 years in Montgomery County, and I'm now in my 5th year of teaching kindergarten in Montgomery County. And as a proud Hindu who celebrates Diwali every year, I'm here to tell you why that you should support this bill, and I will just keep it brief because I think everybody who has spoken, all these students especially, making me very proud as a Montgomery County teacher. I just want to touch briefly on why this should not be a professional day. I think as a staff member in the county, it's very important to understand how demanding the teaching profession is. We work many, many hours outside of our regular duty day. And so to make a holiday that is so important to many staff in this county, to make it a religious exception that, oh, we can just have it as a professional day, it's unfair because we're then still expected to be focused on work commitments as opposed to enjoying this very culturally important day and spending the day focused on our personal lives. We are then distracted on work commitments, which is not acceptable. If we are giving other days like Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur as non-instructional days and non-professional days, why can't Diwali be similar? So this is not just a matter of convenience. This is of cultural respect and importance for all of these people who celebrate such an important holiday worldwide. So I really hope that you will consider supporting this bill, and thank you for the opportunity to testify tonight.
Thank you, Ms. Kishore. Liv Kaur. Don't think we have Liv. Sejal Regmi.
Hi, my name is Sejal Regmi, and I attend Clarksburg High School, and I'm a volunteer at the Nepal Educational and Cultural Center. I'm here in support of this bill for schools to close on certain holidays. My family is from Nepal, and Diwali is called as Tihar in Nepal. It is a special holiday in South Asian countries, including Nepal. Having a holiday on that day would be easier so that I and many other students don't have to worry about school on such an auspicious occasion. This Nepali festival involves activities like lighting lamps, worshiping deities, and most of all, honoring siblings. I have a younger sister, and on that day, I'm involved in all these traditions, all of which require dedicated time and focus. Many families travel to ancestral homes or host relatives during this time, making it difficult for me to balance school responsibilities with festival obligations. In the Germantown area, there is also a large Nepalese population, and there is a community center built. A lot of Nepalese students attend Montgomery County Public Schools, and they would benefit from this. Personally, I would not have a good time celebrating if I knew I was missing some sort of big test on the same day. Therefore, allowing time off during the Diwali/Tihar fosters cultural inclusivity and respect, helping children connect with their heritage and promoting cultural awareness within the educational system. For students of all heritage to embrace their cultures and keep inclusivity, it is important that students and teachers get time off for this huge holiday. I hope you will support this bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Is Devang Shah still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. How are you doing? Well, thank
Fine.
you all the delegates for staying on for this late hour. And thank you for your public service. Again, my name is Devang Shah, and I'm here to support MC-625. So I'm a little bit older than most of the people that spoke earlier, but I also attended public schools here in Montgomery County. I graduated from Wooten High School way back in 1985. This community has always been home to me. But I've witnessed its remarkable transformation over the year. The demographics have changed dramatically. But as a child, when I was going to school here, I was one of the few minorities in the classroom and usually the only student that was Hindu. And I often found myself questioning my own Hindu religion due to the lack of representation and understanding in our schools. It was not easy and it left me feeling isolated at times. Now it's 2024. Our county has changed dramatically. Asian Americans are 17% of the population and the fastest growing group in the United States. Our county is one of the most diverse and progressive in the country. And in our efforts to create a more perfect union, we need to ensure that all of these kids today do not have to question their identity or feel excluded because of their cultural or religious background, as I did. Passing the bill would do that. I hear Governor Moore always state, leave no one behind. If we don't pass this bill, we're leaving these children behind. And that's incomprehensible to me in 2024 living in Montgomery County. Because when we pass this bill, we're sending a powerful message. And that message is really required now that we require inclusion and respect for the diverse cultures that make up our community and allows my children of minority faiths to celebrate their heritage openly and proudly without feeling like outsiders. So, in a world where we have hate crimes and discrimination that are still prevalent, we need this bill. Now, we have a professional day, and let me just explain how this works. It's very discretionary. This past year, I was told by the county executive who supports this bill that for 2025-26 school year, Diwali was not included in the draft calendar. I chair his county executive API commission, and I spoke to the executive director of the
I have
NCPS
to ask you to
operations
wrap up.
real quick, and I pled the case. Eventually, we got Diwali back on the calendar, and this happened with Eid a couple of years ago. This can no longer be discretionary for our students in this county. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Pushpa Mittal. With us? No. Sanyogita Sawant. So no. Kavita Sexarta. Kavita? No. Anshani Rao. Vaidehi Rao. Arganjot Singh. Patty Ursprung. also, I guess,
No,
no longer
I'm
with
here.
us. Are there questions for Delegate
Oh.
Wu?
Can you not hear me? Sorry.
Oh, I could
I think
not.
there
I'm
were
sorry. You're
a
here.
couple
Wow.
of more witnesses. I'm not that were still in the meeting room, or at least were earlier. Ethan, Mao, and Mandeep Singh.
And Mandeep Singh. Okay, sorry. Should we hear from Ms. Ersprung and then I'll go to them?
That's fine.
Yeah. Go ahead. Thank you. Sorry.
No, no problem. Good evening, Committee Chair Ziegler and members of the delegation. I'm Patty Ersprung. I am the Coordinator of Legislative Affairs for Montgomery County Board of Education, and I'm here to provide informational testimony on MC-625. There are 3 items that we wanted to bring to your attention for your consideration as you discuss this bill and decide the best path forward. The first is the implementation date. The current implementation date of the bill is set to be July 1st, 2025. The school board has already adopted its calendar for the 25-26 school year. So with no delay in the implementation of the requirements of this bill, it could be difficult to shift to incorporate all of the requirements of the bill for next school year, since that calendar has already been adopted. But if the implementation was shifted 1 year, delayed 1 year to the 26-27 school year, it would just make it a little bit easier for the school system to accommodate those changes. Second, like I said, we've already adopted our school year calendar for the 25-26 school year. Next year, all 6 of the holidays in this bill fall during the week, during the work week, the school week. And all 6 are accounted for in our adopted calendar. 5 of the 6 are non-instructional days, so teachers and students are not required to report. The one of the days, Eid al-Fitr, is a professional development day, so students would not report, but teachers do. All 6 of those days are also non-work, non-pay days for our 10-month SEIU staff. So those are our school-based staff that work directly with students in some capacity. When students are not in school, there's no need for those individuals to be working. These are hourly employees, so when they're not working, by and large, they're not getting paid, with the exception of a few holidays. If there is a shift from the current plan, which is to have these days be school closures based on the operational impact that we see on these days, best practice being to close. If there's a shift to a legally required or mandated closure, it is possible that the non-work, non-pay day would shift to a paid holiday. If that were to be the case, the estimation is that it would be a $2.1 million fiscal impact per day that shifts from a non-work, non-pay day to a paid holiday. That would be for salary and benefits for that group of 10-month SEIU staff. And then the final item, again, next school year, one of the days is a professional development day. If, again, that shifted to a day where it was legally required that the school system close, the bill in its current form requires schools and offices closed, so that would probably be a full system-wide closure. Obviously, we couldn't have a professional development day on any of those days, so we would have to extend our academic calendar to shift and reschedule that professional development day, which is required in the teachers' contracts. I'm available for questions if anyone has any, and happy to have continuing conversations on this and any other bill that impacts the school system.
Thank you very much. Ethan Mao. Is he here?
Good evening. My name is Ethan Mao, and I'm currently a junior at Winston Churchill High School. Additionally, I'm a member of the Montgomery County Progressive Asian American Network, otherwise known as MOCAPAN. Today's testimony is my own opinion, and I'm speaking in favor of Bill MC-625. As a Chinese American currently in school, I can speak to the importance of the Lunar New Year to those who celebrate it. It's a time for family gatherings, honoring traditions, and reflecting on the new year with joy and hope. Yet many students are unable to fully participate in these celebrations due to school obligations, which can create stress and a lack of time to bond with family members. To put this into perspective, Asians constitute 15% of Montgomery County residents, and improving this bill will serve many in our county. In my personal experience, there has been many times where my parents wanted to celebrate Chinese New Year, but because it fell on a school day, we couldn't do so. As a result, we often had to move our celebrations to the weekend, which of course isn't the same as celebrating on the actual day. It is safe to say that not having the school day off not only would affect students, but also family members as well, since Lunar New Year is a family gathering. Others' experiences are affected as well as they will have to also celebrate it on the weekend. While I'm not as knowledgeable about the other holidays in the bill, I'm confident that they are just as important to those who celebrate them, and subsequently having school on that day affects their culture and tradition. Thank you for your time, and please support this bill.
Thank you very much. Guneev Kaur. Mandeep Singh.
Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Sorry, my daughter Gani couldn't join. So she asked me to join because she's preparing for the debate that is happening, and she's in a group task right now. Uh, uh, I absolutely have. I think majority of the points have been given. We are pretty diverse. You know, we are socially diverse. We are kind of ethnically diverse, religiously diverse. But I also want to kind of add, because being a parent of for South Asian kid, you know, and Diwali and Bandi Chor, it gives me an opportunity where I'm asked to attend a lot of events, even from Lieutenant Governor Aruna Miller, right? And I think those opportunities help me educate people who we are. It makes Montgomery County even more greater because we develop that understanding. And also, it's a pretty huge education opportunity for us to kind of really understand each other, kind of to bring the social harmony. Uh, and apart from that, you know, one of the things which people didn't touch, and I think which is a great point, if this day is off, I can assure you, South Asians, we can have cultural festival, food festival, which will bring some kind of revenue to the county as well, because that's what we do when it's come on the Saturday or Sundays. So I think for the delegate Wu, and for the gentle lady who was kind of educating us about this particular financial aspect of it, I can rest assured, if this is given as a holiday, the food festivals, the culture festivals, the temple buying, the Sikh temples kind of stuff will help you cover that $2.1 million for sure. So I fully support it, and I hope such kind of kind of initiative and efforts will make Montgomery County even more greater than it is today. Thanks for having me here, and I hope this will get passed by Madam Chair, you and respectful delegates. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I believe that is all the witnesses that we have this evening. Thank you all so much. I know this has been a very long night, but are there questions for Delegate Wu?
Delegate Wallach.
Seeing none, thank you all so much. And
Sorry, Chair Ziegler, it looks like Delegate Wallach had her hand up.
oh, I apologize. I didn't see that. Go ahead.
No worries, and I won't take long. I just wanted to make a comment that I just want to thank all the witnesses on this, and you know, the importance of inclusion and making our kids feel like they're part of the community is really important. So I just wanted to say that briefly. Happy to co-sponsor this.
Thank you very much. Okay, I think that concludes our long local bill hearing. Have a good night, everybody.